Have you backed yourself in the corner? Have you made some errors? Have you absolutely your career? In this video, I'm going to teach you, or I'm going to share with you some ways to your career. Welcome to the channel, Leadership with Mike. On this channel, I help you become a more confident leader, and I do this with no nonsense sense, if that makes any sense. So first, we need to understand your boss can really set you on a path to screw up your career. The company culture that you're working in can really set you down a path so that you screw up your career. These are external factors. These are things that are actually difficult to control as an individual. But where you can control is what you are doing to screw up your career, what you're doing to knock your career path off the rails. Now let's look at a few of the behaviors that you may or may not be showing. The first behavior that can screw up your career is being antisocial or pulling away. You just want to do your job, you just want to get in and get out. And I understand that, I can appreciate that, but part of being in a work culture, a successful work culture, is the network, is being social, is having a conversation with somebody over a cup of coffee and getting to know people. When you don't take that time, when you don't put in that effort, you come across as antisocial, which means people don't come to you with opportunities. People don't come to you with problems that you can turn into opportunities. The next thing that you can do to derail your career is you think everybody you work with is just a freaking idiot. I've been in the places, I've worked where I didn't have high regard for the people that I was working with. But at the same time, you have to understand that everybody is there for a reason. And that everybody, if we're being honest, everybody somehow brings value. You need to be making sure that you're able to see someone's value. If you don't like people, I need you to ask, why is it that you don't like them? And once you've done that, however many reasons you've come up with, double that and try to find the reasons that you could like them. What is it that could be beneficial? The next thing that you could be doing that will derail your career is that your boss asks you to do something, you don't do it. To me, this seems very obvious. You're hired for a job, but you're not doing the job. And then what that's doing is, yeah, and maybe you have a justified reason, but your boss needs to know that they can count on you. And if they can't count on you with the tasks they're assigning you, why do you think that your career should advance under their watch? You're not able to provide the results that they need, or you're not willing. And that's a question that you have to ask yourself. This one is one of the biggest ones, and I've seen it affect so many people. You're negative. You always find the problems with whatever it is that comes across your desk. Not finding the problems like, I'm looking to make sure this looks right. No, you're trying to be a thorn. You just, woe is me, nothing's going to work. This is screwed up. That guy's an idiot. This isn't going to work properly. You know, just that monotone or life sucks. Nobody wants to hang around with somebody like that. Nobody wants to work for somebody like that. And nobody really wants to promote anybody like that. So you are going to single-handedly derail your career based only on being negative. Let's stop that. Now, you came here to learn how to your career. So this is what we're going to do. Now that we know how much we have control over our career and the career path or trajectory, but let's talk about the actions that you can take to fix your career. The first one, and I think this is the biggest one, that you need to decide, do you want to keep your career? Is it the career for you? Is it something that you are passionate about, that you can see 10 years into your future, like that's where I want to be, this makes sense? Or are you trying to derail your career because it's really not something that you want? It's not something you're passionate about. I'm not all about follow your passion, but you've got to have a little bit of oomph in you that you want to succeed, that you want to do the job, that you want to help others, or whatever it might be. Make the decision. And if you have a difficult time making decisions, especially of this magnitude, in the description below, grab my free PDF. It's just the 8 steps that I take to make major decisions. Assuming you say, yes, I like this career and I need to fix it. It's in the toilet. First thing I'm going to tell you to do is start taking on more work. This isn't to bury yourself in the weeds and just sink everything. No, look for more projects that you can volunteer for. Assuming you can handle your daily workload, look for other things where it will help you stand out. It will help make people say, wow, Mike's really going above and beyond. What's wrong with that guy? That's a good thing when people are saying that, because what you're doing is you're changing and you're not hiding the change, and people will start to notice. Next is educate yourself. You are probably in a field that within the last 5 years, major changes have happened. My question to you is, are you up to date on these changes, on these new technologies, on this new way of doing business that your company may have? If not, you need to make sure that you are constantly educating yourself. I'm not telling you that you have to go back and enroll into a university course. I'm not telling you that you have to go and join a membership site. What I'm telling you is that you have to pick up the trade magazine. You have to have conversations with people in the know. You need to, when somebody is installing a new technology or a new something or other in the office, go there and ask questions and see how to use it and why it's important. Just getting a general idea of every change that's happening so that you're in the know. And when you're in the know, even if you don't know everything about it, people will start coming to you and be like, hey, do you know anything about that? And you say, actually, I do. Hold on. That is bringing value. That is your career. The next thing I want you to make sure you have is the can-do attitude. I'm not telling you to think everything is just all fancy and roses. But if there's a problem, I'll fix it. But if there's a problem, look at it as, yes, I can get it done. Yes, I will make sure that gets handled. It's the can-do attitude, where people, then they just feel comfortable bringing situations to you. Not just dumping on their problems, but they're coming to you because you are becoming a resource. And you are somebody who takes their problem and helps them work through it. Yeah, we can fix that. John, listen, give me 5 minutes. Let's talk about this. I don't think this is a major problem. People need people like that in their lives. Be that person. The next way to your career is you need to set goals. What happens is we get into our daily routine, and then it's like freaking Groundhog's Day, where it just happens again and again and again. And the next thing you know, 10 years have gone by. What you need to do is you need to set goals for yourself. These can be as simple as sales targets, but it may be, where do you see yourself in the next 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? It doesn't necessarily have to be at the same company, but let's say you're in manufacturing and you are the shift manager. Well, what's your goal? Do you want to be the plant manager? Are you looking to be one of the senior level managers, an executive in that industry? Start planning, start setting those goals. When you have a target in mind, when you have a goal that you're reaching for, you naturally start to do better because you realize that in order to get there, I have to leave here and I have to make the steps so that I can get to that destination. That's how you really unscrew your career, is that you make sure that you know you're working towards the career. You're in it and you want to elevate to another level. Now, doing all of this, what I promise you is going to happen is that you are going to have colleagues to say, you've changed, man. You're such a browner. Hey, company guy, company gal, look at them. Disregard. You are going to be working with people that don't want you to reach the next level. Because what that does is, you're not saying that you're better than them. They're saying, why do they think they're better than me? I'm comfortable here. So they start worrying about their spot in the company, their plot in life. And they don't like it that you're climbing out. It's the whole mentality of, crabs in a bucket. They just won't let the other crabs climb out. I want you stuck with me. So be prepared that if you're trying to unfuck your career, you're going to have people pushing back and saying that you've changed. And take it as a compliment. Now, as you're changing, you're going to want to come up with different exercises, things that will help you develop. And in this video, I share 5 exercises that the best leaders do daily. So watch this video right after you get your coffee.